Hello guys, Shevify here. Alright, let's work on our enemy characters today. So last tutorial we're creating the character and giving him his animations. And now let's create the enemy. So first let's create a better area here. So we're gonna get rid of this CSG box for the floor. You can delete that. We're gonna use a grid map. It's basically the 3D version of tile map. So I have a few here, grid tiles. You could double click on that to look at it. Here you are. Just some simple tiles I made. You could give them all collisions. So let's do that real quick. Generate physics and static. Do it for all of them. Generate physics, generate physics, generate physics, and generate physics. And then for the light and camera, we want to skip on import. Alright, and re-import this. Now, let's create an instance of this scene. Inherited scene. Alright, so now, what we want to do is, we need to go into scene, export as, mesh library. And let's put that in, let's create the assets folder here. Assets. And call this level tiles or something like that. Level tiles or level grid tiles. Tris. So we could close this down now and then go back to the main scene. Let's get a grid map. Grid map. Okay, so the grid map, let's grab that mesh library, quick load, the assets, grid tiles. Here they go. Let's grab the tile center. Let's quickly make something here. So let's double check. It should be Z, X, and C to change what plane you're drawing on. And I think it was Q and E, or you could use this drop down list here to change what level you're on. So next floor, so Q and E, but it's not working for me for some reason. I might need to change, I think Q is to move. Anyways, let's create this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Create a whole level really quick. I want to speed through here. Alright, so right here, we have to change how high it goes. So we could change the Y to be 1 for now. That should bring everything back down, because these are 2 by 2 by 1. That should be good. So let's go back. Let's continue. Alright, that should be good. Let's test this out. Alright. Okay, so now let's work on that character. So let's go into enemies. Let's double check him. Let's change up a few stuff. First, you want him to be a kinematic body as well. Change this to be kinematic body, or character body, I mean. And then we need a, that should be it. Let's double check these are all not looping, so let's set them to looping. Camera and light, don't need those. Re-import. Alright, so let's right click, new inherited scene. Let's throw on a script on them for now. Call it enemy CS. Put it in the scripts. Enemy CS. Let's double check that this is working. So GD. No, it's not. I have to save that. Close them down. Reopen it again. There you go. That's a weird thing, but okay. So what we need to do first, we're gonna let him chase the player if he's close. So we need a few stuff. We need speed, attack range. This is how far the player has to be away, or close, how close the player has to be before he starts chasing him. And jump velocity. So the player, he can jump at the player when he's close. So we also need a few other stuff. We need the animation player, and we need a target, and gravity. Alright, so for this character, we're gonna use a state machine. So we could create a enum. So public enum state. Well, it's not a state machine, it's just a, I guess it is a state machine. So we need idle, attack, and struggle. This is for whenever it's close to the player and can't reach, then die or die. And we need a variable to hold that. So public state, current state. Alright, so in ready now we need a few stuff. So we need the animation player, the target, and let's set the current state. So first let's do current state. So state dot idle. Then for the target now, say target. Oops. Target equals get parent dot get node. Let's cast this to a node 3D and say, remember it's a character when the game's running. Character. I have a better idea, but I'll leave this as is. Alright, so what else do we need? We need an animation player. So anim equals get node animation. Oh, no. Animation player and animation player. Alright, that should be that for now. So we're gonna create functions for each let's quickly do these. Okay, so first we have idle, update idle. We're checking its position if it's close to the player. If it is, we're gonna switch our state to attack state. So let's write the attack state here. Date attack, double delta. First we grab the target's position. Then we change the Y position of the target's position to be equal to our position. Think of it as like assuming the target is on the same level as you. It's kind of needed for the direction to keep the enemy running at full speed. So then we get its direction. So we grab that T and say what's the direction to that T with the Y changed to its own position. Now let's create a reference to its velocity. So let's go up here and say public vector 3 velocity. And now down here we could the reference down here. So velocity equals velocity. Then we change this velocity to be the direction x and z times speed. Then we apply move and slide. So move and slide. Actually, need to set back that velocity to be velocity. Then we can move and slide here. So let's go into, let's use physics process here, because why not? Public override void physics process. Alright, so now we need to do a switch case. So switch current state. Case it is state dot idle. Want to update idle. So break case state equals attacking. Gonna say update attack. Pass at delta. And then break. Alright. So up here we have idle already. Let's just create an animation for him for now. So let's call animate here. Public void animate. Alright, so what we want to do here. So if he's on the floor, let's just copy this over. Alright, let's just keep it simple for now. So I'm just checking the length and he's moving, he's walking, if not, idle. So let's go up here right after all of this and just say animate here. Alright, let's go back over this guy, save and scenes as an enemy. Alright, so we could go to main scene now. Let's probably instance him a little bit up. So enemy scene, drag him over here. And we forgot to give him a collision shape. So let's go back in the enemy and do that. So enemy, add shape, collision shape, and we're gonna use a circle for that. That should be fine. Let's see what's going on here. Some errors. Update L, system null reference, objects not set to instance of an object. Okay. 52. So let's look at that real quick. Character. An ER, I believe. Yep. So save and there you go. He's chasing me now. So let's add this rotation. I could just copy the same rotation from the player. Pretty simple. So let's go back here. Let's put it right here. Alright, so I'll just drop that in and let's create a float rotation direction. Because remember, we want this to stay. We don't want it to reset. So let's set this to 0, 0, F by default. And it's a float. Hear that. See if there's any other errors. Should be fine. Run scene. Yay, and we're good now. Alright, so that should be it for this video. Next video we're gonna do some like cleaning up, and we're gonna create interacting with the player, jumping on his head, the enemy I mean. And we're gonna do some tweens and a few other stuff. See you guys in the next one. Like and subscribe. Take care, guys.